Hello, you're tuned in to 6 Second Critics, the podcast. My name's Kane and I will have my co-host with me as well, John Joe. Today we're going to talk about 15 to 20 minutes of films and 15 to 20 minutes of TV shows as well. This all comes from my 60-second reviews on Instagram, which is at Bourneville Goodness, where we used to review a film in 60 seconds. Now we've elongated it into a podcast. You're welcome.
Honestly, probably my favourite series of this year.
Okay.
The year's not done and I don't care, nothing's beating it.
Wow! Wow, John, that's a statement.
Like, my rating for that is high.
All right, man. Well, let's start off with Alone. Have you seen Alone? I didn't even tell you to watch it, did I?
No.
Fantastic. So, maybe give it a watch. Tell me what you think. So this film called Alone on Netflix. It's like an independent film.
Okay.
It's about this woman who ends up being in the forest alone.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Quite a good watch. I watched it.
That pop up on there.
Yeah. I don't know where I found it or how I found out about it, but give that a watch.
Okay.
I started off with that.
I'll come out next week.
Yeah. Let me know.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you about that. Did you get to watch Day Shift?
No. Didn't want to watch Day Shift. I watched Parasite instead.
Okay. So, well, I watched Parasite.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of it? Ooh.
It was interesting. But
Okay.
I don't know why. From the poster and stuff, I would have thought it was a horror or a thriller.
All right. I hear that a lot, you know.
But
it's got like fingers to eyes, isn't it? Yeah.
It was, confusing and whatever.
Mm.
I wouldn't go highly with it though. It was nice with the way it was filmed and stuff. And
That thing won Oscars, you know, Joe.
I know. I looked on like Rotten Tomatoes, 99%.
99?
Oh, no, sorry, 90%. And I was like, how?
Okay.
How?
Did you enjoy any aspect of the film?
The end.
Okay, I don't want to ruin it. What part of the end? Like,
So,
after the disaster?
yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Because of the message.
Yeah.
What the dad says to the son.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear that.
So that, like, last little part of it was
Okay.
probably, like, my favourite part.
Okay.
But other than that, I was kind of watching it. It was very sluggish and I was getting through it and being like,
Not loving it. I hear you. You know what, yeah? Something that I've learned about films, yeah, and I don't care how good a film is, if a film is hyped, it can be ruined. If any film gets too much hype,
Yeah.
even my favourite films, I think if they got an extraordinary amount of hype, it would ruin the film because I go in going, oh my God, this is going to be crazy.
You've got higher expectations.
Bro, and I think your imagination goes, this film's going to do something to me. And realistically, it's probably just going to be a great film and you're expecting to be blown off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Parasite.
But then you obviously get into the whole gatekeeping thing about people being like, oh, it must be this kind of way. And then people obviously kind of backtrack with that, being like, oh, but it's not that great because of this and stuff.
Yeah.
It gets a bit difficult.
I hear you. So that's how I felt about Parasite. I didn't know anything about the film except that it won so many awards. Yeah. So I just presumed that this was going to be earth-shattering. But luckily, I started to realise it's not going to be earth-shattering. Or I might not find it earth-shattering. Yeah. And I just need to just relax into this film and enjoy it for what it is. And by the end of the film, I did start to do that. I did enjoy the plot. Thought it was a really good plot. Okay. I could see some really nice like symmetry and stuff done with the camera and that. The acting was fantastic. But yeah, it weren't 90%.
I would say as well, my favourite character was probably the girl.
The daughter?
The daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah.
Definitely. She was probably the best actress for me as well.
I'd say so, yeah. I think she was intelligent in the way she was acting. And obviously with everything that happened, it was really interesting.
What do you give it out of 10?
A 6.
Wow.
A 6.
Oscar-winning film, you know.
Maybe a 7 when it got to the end.
6, and then the last half an hour, 7.
Maybe a 7.
7?
Yeah.
So what, 6.4?
Yeah, maybe.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm going to land on 7.3.
Okay.
It was a good film. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't insane for me. So it's not going into the 8 margin. I'm not going to remember the film for a long time.
Yeah, it's not a film I'd go back to and watch over and over again.
No way. But yeah, good film. I've got for Bullet Train.
Yes.
So we obviously reviewed Bullet Train. You should be seeing that on at Bourneville Goodness. So look out for that if you've not already. Talk to me about Bullet Train, bro.
I really like Bullet Train.
I've seen the beginning now.
All the time. You missed so much of the first part of that film.
So just so people know, if you're wondering, I actually missed the beginning of Bullet Train the first time round. And then I went back using my Limitless to watch the beginning again. Watch the beginning first time. Yeah, man. Go on. What are you gonna say?
No, I liked it. I liked the way it was filmed. It was very. I said it to you. I think very Spider-Man-ish. Especially like Spider-Man 3. Just with certain parts that was happening through the train. It was good to see the guy from Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
See how he looks completely different.
Yeah.
And Joey King, who's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Especially, there's a series that she did called The Act, which she's really good in.
Wait, is that the girl in pink? Right. Okay. Wicked. I feel like I've seen her somewhere, but I didn't know where I'd seen her.
She's been on a few on Netflix as well, like, you know, those like Kissing Booth or like
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
Have Ever
yeah.
or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, man. Bullet Train was wicked. You know.
I liked it.
I describe it as a fun film.
Yeah, it was just funny.
It's
It
fun.
was funny, and it was like action packed as well.
Yeah, and you had like the odd people pop up as well.
Yeah.
I won't ruin it. I'm not ruining anything this week. You're welcome. But yeah, I really enjoyed the film. I love how stylized it was, man.
Yeah.
I love a good stylized film, you know. And I understand my mum was comparing it to the Tarantino films. I get it. The Kill Bill, like,
Okay, yeah, Kill Bill. Yeah, I could see that.
Repeat value, you know.
Yeah,
I'd watch it again.
I'd give it a bit of time and then
Yeah,
rewatch
definitely.
it again.
I won't watch it again in a month or so, but I could watch it again once a year or so.
But how would you compare that to Grey Man?
Bullet Train's better.
I'd say Bullet Train's better as well.
I enjoyed Bullet Train more, without a doubt, and I actually think it's a better rounded film.
Okay.
Bullet Train, Grey Man. When I compare it, I feel like Grey Man's kind of been shoved together. It feels like a rush job in comparison to Bullet Train, which is very intricate.
And there's so much going on as well, and so many different parts to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I would say the same.
So I want to double check your rating's not changed. If you remember it, what would you give Bullet Train?
Oh, what did I give it?
What do you give it now?
I want to say I think I give it like a 7.5.
7.5.
Maybe a 7.6.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm landing on 7.7. Yeah, 7.7. Really good film. Really enjoyed it. It's, again, for it to be into the 8s, I have to be like, yo. Which I wasn't. I just really enjoyed it. It was just a really fun film.
Yeah.
But that was all it was.
I also like those kind of films that are very limited cast, but obviously so much happens as well.
Yeah.
I think it reminds me of The Platform. That one's on Netflix, which is really interesting because it's such a small cast.
The Platform's a good film, man.
Interesting.
Platform's a good film. Platform. Did really enjoy Platform. We'll talk about Platform quickly while we're here.
Yeah.
Platform is it's a horror. It's on Netflix, isn't it? Is it a horror?
I'd class it as a thriller. Maybe
Yeah,
a horror,
yeah. That's a good film. I watched that in like lockdown.
I watched it a while ago.
Did you watch it in subbed or did you watch it in dubbed?
No, I watched it in
Spanish or English?
In Spanish.
Yeah.
In Spanish, and then watched the subtitles at the bottom.
See, I feel like some films are really lost in translation sometimes, you know. When they are, like for example, Squid Game, there's a lot
People
of things.
say that all the time.
A lot of things happen in Squid Game in the original Korean text. That's lost in the translation.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah, a lot of people say there isn't as much emphasis behind or emotion behind the words, whereas when you watch it in the original, it's a lot different.
Just quickly, there's this character, really annoying like woman character who follows the baddie in Squid Game.
Yes.
She's meant to be a reflection of in Korea. If you haven't got the money to study, that you can't get anywhere for education, even though she's really intelligent. Yeah. But she just comes across as a idiot in Squid Games.
Yeah, like she's just working for him and wanting to like get the money or whatever just from working with him kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think that happens when they want to sell to more people though.
Yeah.
And they want to show it to more people being like, oh, but if more people watch it, then it'll obviously get bigger and bigger.
It's a shame, man. It's a shame. I think people just need to start watching subtitles. Get over it. If you really enjoy films and you want to enjoy this film in its best way, read the subtitles. It's not the end of the world. You'll get good at it and you'll be able to read them really quickly and watch the images. Like me, who loves anime. So, Platform, what would you give it out of 10?
That was a really high rating for me, actually. I'd probably give it like
Really?
8.5.
8.5. That's high for you, John Joe.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
You know what it really is? It really is. I didn't like the ending, just remembered.
Really?
Nah. Oh, no, because, I just remembered the ending and it's, okay. Okay. I'd give it 8.2.
Okay, so pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nah, you know what? No, I'm sorry. No. I'm just remembering some of the people in it. No. Yo, 7.4,
Okay.
7.4.
That dropped significantly.
Yeah, because I was just thinking about it and I was like, I did really enjoy it, but no, 7.4. Okay. What I've realised? I'm actually getting harder. Not like that. I'm joking. I'm getting more strict on my ratings.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not giving.
Because we've seen so many things though.
Yeah,
we start to get jaded. We start to think, we know what's going to happen. It is though.
Let's look at these films.
It is. I want to look at things like with a new perspective now and think I want a new idea and a new concept.
Harder to be impressed.
Yeah, probably.
Fair enough. Going on to then Nope. Oh my god, what a film!
Nope.
What a film! What a film! You can start. Talk to me about it.
It was interesting, very interesting. It's a Jordan Peele film though. It just takes, you look at one thing and it just goes completely opposite way. You don't know what to expect at all.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting.
Yeah, man. Obvious one for me is Get Out is better than Nope. Would you agree?
We said this the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
The different concepts. I'd compare like Us to Nope rather than Get Out to Nope because it's a very, like
it's a little bit more out there
kind of thing.
Okay.
And I don't know. I would say Get Out is better than Nope though, just because it was new and people didn't know what to expect.
But this is it then. Because I get it, because we always do that, don't we? We always go, it's the first one of its kind, and, it introduced us to it, and it was new. Yeah. But Spider-Man 2 is better than Spider-Man 1. Dr. Ock. No!
I personally believe that.
You're personally insane.
Thank you. I like the films where you get the training montages and you actually see the hero becoming the hero. The origin story. I love the origin stories. It's like Captain America. It's probably my favourite Marvel film. The first one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So I personally probably prefer 1 over 2. I might even prefer 3 over 2.
Okay. You may be on something illegal because it's definitely 2, 1, 3. But we'll get back to that. So Nope. Yeah, love Nope. Loved it. Love Daniel Kaluuya. Love Keke Palmer. Me and my mum watched it because obviously we watched it separately, didn't we? And reviewed it after. What I love about Jordan Peele films, it's really obvious because obviously he does these films with these black leads and it's like a black version of a horror film. And I really connect to that. Like when I was watching Daniel Kaluuya, it reminded me of my granddad, just the way he speaks and how he behaved. Yeah. And it's funny, man. It's funny to watch a black person in a horror film, for them to be like...
Especially with the whole trope of the whole, a black person's going to die first.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, I can see that.
So I really, really, really enjoyed Nope. I'm not seeing many horror films this year, but it's horror films. It's definitely the best horror film I've seen this year.
Okay, so compare Nope to Black Phone.
Oh, Nope.
Nope takes it
Clean,
without a doubt.
Easy, light, super light. What you got? How do you feel now? You sat on it, you festered. What's your review for Nope?
Nope was probably like a 7.8.
7.8.
7.8. It was high up there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was to do a sequel, which I don't think he really does ananyway.
No.
Then maybe it might lose a bit
of it. It would lose
But
loads,
I don't
can't
think
see
he
it
does
going
sequels.
anywhere. No. Well, because I feel like his films are so final. Like it starts,
such a point.
It has such a good journey, which is why it's so good because you follow it, don't you?
Yeah.
Every one of his films has some kind of journey to it, and it starts here and it finishes there.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could see a sequel, and it would fall short. But I really enjoyed Nope. I'm gonna give it a 8.4.
Okay.
8.4. Like I really enjoyed Nope, man. I really enjoyed it. That is a really good mixture of sci-fi, horror, and I loved everything
Even
about it.
the story behind it as well, though.
Man.
Just like the whole black-owned business side of things.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Really
that's another thing I liked about it as well. The fact it's because as an actor, the fact that that is what it's like on set. Do you know what I mean? How they were behaving, it's like that. Everybody's got a job to do. They don't care if you're doing your job. They just want to make sure.
They want you to make sure you do your job, and that's it.
Exactly.
They don't have to interact with you or whatever.
Nope. So.
Nope.
Okie dokie. Have you got any movies you want to mention?
We said Annihilation, didn't we?
Yes, Annihilation. I've seen that quite a while ago, actually.
I only seen it recently. It was interesting. It was an interesting concept.
Natalie Portman, right?
Yes. Interesting concept. I liked it, but I preferred it more when it got to the end, just because of the visuals and stuff. Probably just a quick one on this.
Go on.
I would give it maybe a 7.
7?
Yeah.
Annihilation. Annihilation, or is
Annihilation.
It? Annihilation.
Yeah.
I think I'm saying that right. I've definitely annihilated that word. So, yeah, I loved visually, I found it really interesting. And the concept was really good.
Yeah.
And the ending was really good as well. But I felt like there was some really big hits in the film. Moments when I was like, meh.
Yeah, where it dropped down, or you wouldn't care if you missed that part. You
Exactly.
could pick up from one place or another.
Yeah. So it did fall short. So I'm going to give it, for me, 7-2.
Okay.
7-2.
Okay.
There was loads of things good about the film, but there was too much not great to stop it to get those high 7s.
Yeah, like they could have done more with it, and it could have made it a better storyline kind of thing, but it fell short.
And even though I like the ending, and I like the fact I was scratching my head, I don't know. I think that would annoy some people. Sometimes a strange ending's good if there's some speculation to what it is.
Yeah, and you can actually talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
And they kind of give the whole thing away.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, no, this is it.
Yeah. And also, yeah. I was going to say something else about actual character then, but no, I won't say that. No. But fair enough.
The only other film I was going to say, which I know obviously you haven't seen, your mum hasn't seen, I took my little brother to see Super Pets. Bro, it was probably one of the best. It was
Hercules last week. Now it's Super Pets.
One of the best DC films I've seen in a while.
Not a surprise.
It was good. It was interesting. Not interesting. It was good because there was like adult jokes in there. Obviously, if you're taking like kids to see it and stuff, and it was just a good story.
Okay. Yeah. DC Pets. So let's see it.
I'd say to see it. I think you'd laugh. I think you'd find it funny.
You got The Rock and you've got Kevin Hart, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I've heard good things. The Rock's doing everything he can get his hands on.
He is doing everything.
Yeah.
He's got that series that he's doing.
What series?
Maybe he's not in it. He's doing. There's a series about him when he was younger.
Oh, really?
And about how he obviously got into like the wrestling and stuff and has got into acting and that. I don't know if maybe he voices it or something.
Okay.
I'm not too sure.
No, like narrate it.
Yeah. And obviously you've got Black Adam coming out soon.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That reminds me, actually, I'm looking forward to Beast.
Yes, Beast is coming out soon, isn't it?
Beast is a Idris Elba film where, by the looks of the trailer, his family's stuck and they're being stuck in the jungle and they're getting chased by a pride of lions.
I think it's just one lion.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's just like the king lion kind of thing.
Yeah, man, looks wicked. I'm looking forward to it. I never got around to Whiplash, did you?
I did.
Tell me what you thought of it quickly.
See, I think you've got to come from maybe a musical background to maybe get most of the points from it.
Right.
Because I didn't get most of it, and I think I skipped through some parts. But when I spoke to one of the other guys at work, he was saying it's somebody who's got fixated on one thing, and he's trying to perfect this one thing and be the best at this one thing. And obviously he's consumed by this obsession to get to that point. And when you like hear that kind of side to it, you do look at it and go, oh yeah, he's killing himself to get to one specific point.
Right.
So it is a really interesting film. And I think it was good to see Miles Teller before, obviously, like Maverick, and I think maybe it was one of the first ones he did.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It was really interesting, though.
Okay.
Really interesting.
What's your rating?
I'd probably go with an 8.2.
8.2?
8.2. Mainly just because of Miles Teller and...
J.K. Simmons.
Yes, J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons.
Cool. Well, I'll definitely get around to watching it. And yeah, I'll report back and tell you what I think.
Sounds good.
Cool. Yo, what's going on, people? You are halfway through the podcast, so we gave you the films, and we're now going to be moving on to TV shows. But before we went into that, I just want to say thank you for listening, thank you for being involved. But also, it's really important to us that you give us feedback. This is the People's Film and TV podcast, and I want to make sure that the people that are listening are getting what they want. Also, we are looking for a sponsor, so if you're about what you think we're about, then get to us on the email, which is 60scthepodcast@outlook.com. Thank you very much. See you later. Okie dokie, man. So, Resident Evil.
You know what I heard after I watched it?
What?
That Netflix had binned it, and I was so glad.
Oh, really?
They're not doing another series.
Really?
Why are you saying it like that?
Yo, I didn't hate it.
Oh, my God.
Bro, I didn't hate it. Let me tell you, right? This is crazy. As soon as you let go of the special effects, the main character's acting. Oh no, that's unfair. The main character's like decision making, and the odd random thing that they put in there, like who Wesker is and why he looks like that. Don't get me wrong. For obvious reasons, when you watch it, I should support that, but it was a so like random thing to put in.
Make sense.
Yeah, it was so random just to go, oh, he looks like this now. When you put all that to one side, I really enjoyed it, you know.
That's too much to put to one side. That's like you've got a plate and filled the plate and been like, I can fit more on there.
Yo, imagine you go to fish and chips and you go, you know what, just take the fish and chips out. Salt and pepper. I could enjoy that.
I didn't like it at all. I think there was one part that I liked and it was just short-lived. And that was, I'm not even gonna, I won't say much. The crocodile.
Of course.
That was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now I'm bored again.
Yeah. The main character made some stupid choices, boy. Those last 2 episodes were dreadful. If those last 2 episodes if the main character had any sense, the whole series would be 2 episodes shorter.
Honestly, I think I would have rather watched, I don't want to assume she's Chinese, the other girl, you know, the other main, like the sister.
Yeah.
I would have rather watched her story.
Her plot. Yeah. Yeah. It started off quite interesting as well, you know. It started off quite interesting.
It was a hard watch, but I put myself through it thinking, it'll get better.
It never did. No.
I put on my phone like, it was so slow and so boring.
Yeah.
And I give it like a 3.
A 3 out of 10?
3. And that's mainly just because I feel sorry for the 2 main actors. Because they were just given such a poor storyline.
Needed the bag. I would give it a 4.9. Okay. That's low.
It's very low for us from what we normally give.
Yeah, that's low. I don't know if I'd give it a 3. I think I'd have to, for me to hit a 3, I'd have to go, all right, well, you know what I mean? But no, I get you. I hear you. I've got as well Blackbird. You got around to seeing any of that?
Not yet. I started it. I think I got through like maybe 20 minutes, but then got busy. I think, like I said, I've been so focused on films more than series.
Yeah, fair.
But I can definitely come back to Blackbird. What's it been like?
Man.
Is it interesting?
Oh, bro, it's warming up.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it, man.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying it.
Is it like a sci-fi or anything? Or is it just an action?
No, it is a drama.
Okay.
It's a prison drama.
Okay.
And, yeah. Taron Egerton's the main.
Taron Egerton,
Taron Egerton's the main, and he's dropped in this prison, and he's got to deal with what's going on, and some interesting challenges, man. I've just got to the bit where like all these curveballs are starting getting thrown at him. Okay. I think you'll really enjoy it.
So I need to get around to it because I like Taron Egerton as an actor anyway. I think he is really good, especially like Kingsman.
Yeah,
Kingsman and that.
Yeah, I never got to see him in. You know what I remembered he was in? Robin Hood.
He is in Robin Hood.
It's a poo film, bro. It's a poo film.
It is.
I think that's the lowest review I've ever gave for a film on 6 second credits.
Really?
Bro. None of us were over 6, you know. It was shabby.
Damn, I don't remember it. That's what I mean. Don't remember it.
Yeah.
Just like out your mind kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what we needed to do. But yeah, I'm not going to review it. You're not going to review it yet.
No,
I want to see the end product.
Kind of.
I'll give it a rough. Currently, it's really early to say, but it's looking over 7.
Okay.
Yeah, which isn't surprising. But it's so early on, so much could go wrong. I'm only on like the 3rd episode of 10.
Okay.
So I'm fairly in. There's a lot to go wrong and there's a lot to go right. Okay. So I'm currently, I'd say it's aiming for over 7.
Okay.
Better Call Saul.
See, again, not one I've got around to watching, but I am gonna get around to watching it and finish it. But it seems like such a long, sluggish thing to get through.
Really?
And how it's nearly finished as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
See, for me, that entices me to watch it more.
Okay.
I enjoyed the first season. Really enjoyed the first season. I'm only at 2 or 3 episodes into the second season. And yeah, man, I like a slow burn. I like a slow burn. It's faster than Breaking Bad.
See, I don't want it to like affect Breaking Bad too much, but I assume it's completely separate anyway.
So from what I've been told already, from what I've seen, it starts off even before that, and I think it runs up to that and after. I'm very far from that at the moment. Yeah. But yeah, man, I think it's on point to be really good. I've heard some good things about it.
Okay.
Let's see if we can maybe finish the season.
Yeah.
Episode
maybe
by
get to
episode.
Like season 2 at least. Obviously, if you've already watched season 1, I can get to season 2 anyway.
Yeah. I've also got Sandman. You start off, man. What do you think of Sandman?
Honestly, probably my favourite series of this year.
Okay.
The year's not done, and I don't care. Nothing's beating it.
Wow! Wow, John, that's a statement.
Like, my rating for that is high.
John Joe said, don't sleep on the Sandman.
I do not endorse that.
Well, that's the name of the episode. So, what do you like about it?
it's just the visuals.
The visuals are incredible.
So good. The guy who plays Sandman, his acting is great.
Yeah.
I've read a lot of some of the newer like graphic novels and stuff.
Right.
And it feels like a prequel to that. Even though they've changed certain parts, it feels like a prequel to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I just liked so much of the whole thing. I think there's one episode, maybe episode 6 or 7, which is probably my favourite episode, where you meet his like sister and stuff. And it's just I really liked it.
Okay. Did you spoil it? Did you
No.
Are you sure? Because I didn't know that happened, Jojo.
It's not spoiler.
Is it not? Because I didn't know that happened.
It's not spoiler. Don't worry. It's not spoiler. It's not spoiler.
I'll let you off. One spoil. You know what? It's getting better. I can't lie. I was very underwhelmed. And if
Really?
Bro, very underwhelmed. Bro, all the stuff at the beginning, where he is, slow, bro.
No, but imagine that. It's the whole thing of imagine being immortal and being
Don't
trapped.
spoil it anymore, John Joe.
Oh yeah, alright, sorry. I can't say. I mean, I can't say that.
Just say the beginning. Because that's what I'm saying. Like I've seen it, so we know what we're talking about.
Okay, yeah, beginning.
Yeah, the whole idea
being
of
in that
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I get it, but I just found it boring.
Okay.
It's only because if I was watching that show, it's funny because if I'd watched that show off my own accord and you hadn't told me about it, I would have probably not finished it.
Really?
Bro, I found it so slow. Really just like, where's this going? And I felt like until I was actually a little bit more involved, the thing is about the show, right, is it is what it is. And if you love what it is, you'll love it. But when you're trying to get into it and you're not there yet, you're not in that mindset and that path and that world, it seems a bit corny and a bit silly.
Okay.
And so I was like, And I come from a lot of fantasy as well, like Rings of Power and Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and fantasy and all those Brothers Grimm. I come from that world as well, but I was like, but I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Really enjoyed it. Got up to the bit with Hal. Just finished the bit with Hal.
Okay.
Loved that bit.
I love that as well.
Yeah.
I loved it. The whole thing is just.
Sorry, Johnny,
yeah.
I'm just a bit.
I'm not gonna.
Just don't know if you're going to turn into a young Tom Holland
Spoiler
on this podcast. You know what I mean? But yeah, I look forward to finishing it. What's your rating? 11.
I'd give it like a 9.5.
9.5.
9.6. I will probably watch that series again before the end of the year.
Wow, John Joe. Wow, that's a big recommendation, man. I'm curious to see what people think. I'm curious to see what I think. I can't wait to see what I think next week. Yeah, man. I would currently it's like, bro, I can't lie, man. It's a 6-9 right now for me, bro. Okay. But it's getting better. It started off at 5 and then 6 and then 6-9. So who knows? I'm enjoying that. That's all I've got for series, to be fair. Anything that you've got?
That's it.
Nothing more, is there really?
The one that's taken over mine that's just like on all the time on my Netflix is Shameless USA.
Oh man,
that's about it.
Not watching that nonsense.
It's good, you know.
You watch it?
Yeah.
Wow. No,
it's interesting.
What?
It's interesting.
Right, Johnny, you tell the people.
I don't need to tell the people. I would say I just started watching it because I've obviously seen the original Shameless. Of course. This one.
Yeah. Scatter.
Say again.
Scatter. No?
I don't
At the beginning? Don't you remember that in the original Shameless?
Nope.
Oh, this is why you love the US one. Like people who like the US Office.
No, I think it's just like a lot grittier
than the British. Or is it like trailer trash?
No, I'd say because obviously it's American.
Right.
You've got to think about all the other stuff that's
going on there.
Going over on that side.
Okay.
And especially the like mental health side of things as well.
Oh, really?
They go into a lot more in the USA one.
I feel like they just added a few layers. See,
Maybe.
It's easy, isn't it?
Maybe,
when you've got a blueprint of a show and then you just add layers.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Is that it for this week?
I think I haven't watched anything else. We just need to catch up on Better Call Saul and everything else. And
cool. I'll get around to watching Whiplash.
Yes.
Hopefully, we probably would have seen Beast by next time.
Yeah.
Also, we've got Orphan prequel.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. Apparently, it's the same girl as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is really weird. Well, they're not had to de-age her or anything.
Weird.
Which makes me think, how old does she look?
It's like, how old is she? Method acting.
I'm sure she's like 30-something.
Wow. She must not look it.
Yeah, exactly.
Odd. Well, guys, you have been listening to the People's Film and Review podcast. This is 6 Second Critics, the podcast. Really hope you've enjoyed. You can find us on Instagram at @BornForGoodness on Instagram. You can get us on TikTok at 60 Second Critics, the podcast. And you can also get us on email at 60S for Sierra, C for Charlie, @gmail.com as well. There you go. We really love doing this, but we want to make sure it's what the people want. That's why it's the People's Film and TV podcast. So let us know what you want us to watch and what you want us to include. Thank you very much. See you later. Boom.